Good morning, Dover. It's not the morning, and you're probably watching this after 2 p.m., but we embrace tradition.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Brenda.
And we're your hosts for the Dover
Daily, the only reliable source for Dover-related news.
Quite literally, the only source.
Enough. Let's get into the Dover-related news.
As seen on the DHS Dragon Instagram page, at DHS Dragon, congratulations to Molly Chiesa for signing to Sacred Heart University for Division I bowling.
Can't wait to see what records you set for bowling while in college. Make sure to check the Instagram page for more updates on college commitments and other Dover-related news.
The high school band finally had their first rehearsal yesterday since March 2020. Here's Melanie with some more facts on that.
Dover High School Band had their first practice on Tuesday, May 6th, and here are some clips from the practice. Mr. Stoll has some few comments on how the practice went.
We just had our first Dover band rehearsal of the year in 419 days, and I thought everything went very well. Some folks forgot their instruments, but hey, that's okay, that happens. Next week we're going to rehearse on Thursday during second period, hopefully, and anybody that forgot their instrument today can certainly bring it next Thursday, and anybody that forgot to show up today and thought, hey, I'm not going to go to band because I haven't done much in 419 days, that's okay. Come on back down. Thursday, second period, next week.
Thank you, Mr. Stoll. As he said, make sure that you are coming to practices and joining the high school band as much as you can. See you next time. Bye, Dover.
A big hooray to the high school band. It's great to see it coming back together.
And thank you, Melanie. Tim, you forgot to thank her.
Sorry.
Anyway, that's not the only first that has happened lately.
That's right, the first track meet of the year took place recently.
Let's see what Lily has to say about it.
The Dover varsity track and field team had their first meet of the season this past Tuesday against Millbrook. Justin Cardwell placed second in the 1600. Grace Chapman also placed second in the 1500 and hyped up the crowd during her 800. Lily Chapman, aka me, got a first place win in long jump, and all of our throwers set a new PR for the season.
Nice. Watch out, walk out the back. Nice.
Great job, Dover, and good luck on your next meet this Tuesday against Pine Plains.
Thanks, Lily. And that's not all from the Chapmans. Here's Grace with some news on the girls' softball team.
This past week, the Dover varsity softball team had their first games. On Tuesday, they won 23-0 at Weebatuck. And on yesterday, Thursday, they sadly were unable to beat Spackenkill, but here are some highlights from that game.
That was terrible. Oh. Yeah.
Our Lady Dragons have a game Monday at Rhinebeck, so be sure to wish them luck.
Now time for everyone's favorite update. Here's Emily with the Senior Athlete of the Week.
We have another athlete to honor this week. This week, our senior athlete is Grace Federoff. Grace has played basketball as a Dragon, and her favorite sports memory is the bus rides to and from away games, especially when they won. Her favorite quote is, "The moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win." After graduation, she plans to go straight into the workforce to become a mechanic or work for the state. Congrats, Grace. We wish you well in your future successes and endeavors. If you want to be featured on the Dover Athletic Boosters Facebook and Instagram page and the Dover Daily, make sure you email the email down below with the answers to the sports you have played, your favorite quote, your favorite memory, and your plans after graduation.
Brenda, guess what?
Let me think.
Never mind, we're gonna be here forever.
Wait, I know. It's time for Student in the Halls.
Hi, I'm Anna. And I'm Lily. And we're your hosts of Student in the Hall. But this week, we're not in the hall, are we?
No, Anna, we are not in the hallways right now.
This week, we're looking for students who have passions or hobbies that would want to be in a feature piece for the Dover Daily.
Make sure to email us in case you want to be featured for a video. And if you have a hobby, you have a passion, anything that you really like to do, and we'll feature you in it.
Hit us up.
Hit our lines.
Speaking of students, each class will be having their own end-of-the-year field trip. Here's Lizzie with some more information.
There will be end-of-the-year class trips for grades 9 through 12. The freshmen will be going to the Bronx Zoo, and the sophomores will be going to Mystic Seaport Aquarium on Monday, June 21st. The juniors will be going to the Bronx Zoo, and the seniors will be going to Six Flags in New Jersey on Friday, June 18th. Make sure to pick up the packets by the high school main entrance and hand them in with your money by Friday, May 21st. Copies of the forms are also available on the website for remote students. Here's Mr. Hicks with more information on the class trips.
We have field trips planned for all 4 grade levels. This is I believe it's a first for Dover High School in a while to plan field trips. You know, we've had a lot taken away from students this year, and we wanted to end the school year on a pretty high positive note with some field trips, you know. So we have planned for the seniors and juniors to go on their field trip on June 18th. Our seniors will be going to Six Flags, and our juniors will be going to the Bronx Zoo on that day. It's a Friday. On Monday, the June 21st, I believe, we're going to switch it up, and the freshmen and sophomores will be going on their trips. Freshmen will be going to the Bronx Zoo, and sophomores will be going to Mystic Aquarium. So it's going to be pretty awesome. You know, we had to choose venues that, you know, one would allow us to bring, over, between 50 and 80 or between 80 and 100 students. And it's outdoors. So all of these venues will all have outdoor facilities, and they allow groups to come that size. So those are the reason why we chose those areas. And plus, they're pretty fun. You know, I've been to all of them, and they're pretty awesome. But yeah, so that's it. We encourage all the students to get their forms in by the 21st. And any other questions anybody has, please come see me or Miss Angels.
Thanks, Lizzie. Reminders are always very helpful at this time of the year. Here's Molly with another set of reminders, specifically for our seniors.
Hey Dover, as you know, the end of the school year is approaching. Make sure you are filling out scholarships. Here are some of the ones that are due.
Thank you, Molly. On the topic of college, Liv has some updates on recent college commitments. Take it away, Liv.
National Decision Day has just passed, so for the seniors who have committed to a college, make sure to reach out to be featured on the Dover Daily. For this week, here are 3 more seniors who have made their college decision. Congratulations to Lily Chapman for committing to Syracuse University, Emily Cedor to Siena College, and Jenna Gallardi to Western Connecticut State University. Once you have committed to a college, make sure you fill out the survey in Mr. Hill's classroom titled College Enrollment, or contact me so you can be featured on the Dover Daily.
Thanks, Liv, and congratulations to the future college students. Of course, before college, we need to get graduation out of the way first. Here's Haiti with information on graduation surveys.
Hello everyone, Mr. Hicks, Dover High School Assistant Principal. Just a quick reminder to all parents and families outside of the school. Our parent survey for graduation is due by tomorrow. So if you don't remember where it is, I sent out a school reach for it. It's also located on our school website. You can find the link right on the high school main page. All right? Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Thanks, Haiti. That reminds me, Shirai has some news for students who will still be here next school year. Let's hear it, Shirai.
A few months ago, I spoke with Ms. Krieger about the academic center in a high school. Here's what she had to say.
So we've actually already started, and part of what we've already begun is we ordered all the furniture already and planned out the space. We started actually clearing the space out because there was a lot of old unused equipment in there, including multiple computers, desktop computers that we actually are still in the process of trying to make sure that they are discarded of correctly. So we're going to actually start working on the room on July 1st. So painting, getting it all situated, and the furniture will then be delivered and assembled. So you should be able to see it not until, unfortunately, the fall of 2021. It's going to be open access to students and staff. So the idea behind the academic center is it can be signed out for classes to be able to use. It's going to be a collaborative working space. So there'll be, the design is there's 2 TVs on the wall so that students could present and cast to those TVs for certain classes. And then there's also tables that are collaborative tables. You can move them apart, move them together to work on group work, and then also some seating areas like banquette seatings so that kids can work on projects and homework or any other assignments that they need. And then also for teachers to be able to meet with students, maybe to have some type of interview for the Dover Daily, and then also to be used after school. So there's a lot of flexibility in how that space will be used.
Recently, I met up with Miss Krieger again and got some updates about the lounge. Here are those updates.
A couple months ago, we spoke about the academic center in the high school. Has there been any updates to that?
There have, in fact. So not necessarily the academic center itself, because that is still the same project that is taking place. However, the library is going to be an extension of that academic center.
Oh.
So there's a lot of different pieces that are going to go into the library. The library is going to be redesigned, and that'll actually start also this summer. So unfortunately for the seniors, you don't necessarily, but when you come back and visit, you get to kind of recognize and see that this all was made possible because a lot of suggestions that even the seniors made and how to improve. So for instance, there's going to be an area so that students could work on projects. There's going to be materials there for them to work on projects. We're hoping to get a 3D printer. We're trying to add a lot of STEM type materials and resources for students. And then also to set up the Dover Daily to almost be like the morning show on the top portion of the library. So all fingers crossed, everything will be brand new come September when those students walk in the building.
So we're gonna.
Thank you so much, Ms. Krieger. Even though us seniors will not be able to experience the lounge, we're proud of what this means for the future of Dover and Dover functionality. Thank you, Dover.
Thank you, Shirai. It's sad that current seniors won't be here for the changes at the school, but very exciting for returning students.
Can I say something that may or may not be off topic?
Do I have a choice?
Nope! So your taste in media is questionable at best.
Seriously?
Let me see your liked songs on Spotify.
No. I have a better idea. Let's see what you have to say this week on Suggestible.
Welcome back to Suggestible. This week, I am suggesting the new Netflix original series, Shadow and Bone, based on a YA novel series. So what I find appealing about Shadow and Bone is the elements of fantasy and the way that it's almost Avatar: The Last Airbender meets Harry Potter. My favorite character from the series has to be Alina Starkov, the main character. She is beautiful and she is persistent, and I honestly really enjoyed every scene with her. That's all I have for you this week on Suggestible. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, me. You never disappoint me.
Now it's time for some world news. I believe Jolene has some things to share, so let's see what she has to say.
Hi Dover. As you probably know, vaccines are being given out to help prevent the spread of COVID-19. Currently, vaccines are available to any United States citizen above the age of 16, but there is some research going into younger ages. As mentioned in a meeting on Tuesday, Pfizer expects to file for full U.S. FDA approval for its vaccine for people ages 16 to 85 this month, and it is seeking emergency use authorization for children ages 2 to 11 years old in September. The company's vaccine safety and efficiency study in children ages 6 months to 11 years old is still going. The Pfizer CEO, Albert Bourla, stated that they expect to have definite readouts and submit for a EUS for children ages 2 to 5 years old and 5 to 11 years old in September. The readout and submission for 6 months to 2 years old is expected in the fourth quarter of 2021. President Joe Biden also announced on May 4th that his goal is to have 70% of Americans vaccinated by July 4th. If you still haven't gotten vaccinated, go to the link right here to find an appointment. I can't wait for things to get back to normal.
Thank you, Jolene. Staying informed on what's currently happening in this world is super important.
Agreed. That's no surprise, though.
Nope, you are very predictable.
Wow. So hurtful, and for what?
Anyways, that's all the news we have this week.
Nice save.
Have a great weekend, Dover.